Welcome back to another Shoujo lore reaction. In my journey to react to all of the Shoujo Mythos series, we have finally arrived to my favorite video in a whole bunch, and it's Ironmouse's Heavenfall video. We already saw a little bit of Ironmouse's backstory in Booby's Origins video, which I already reacted to, so click on the card somewhere above here. But we haven't really dove into what made all the angels fall. What turned all these angels into demons? What happened in heaven? And those questions will be answered in Heavenfall, which the title is pretty self-explanatory. Without much further ado, let's get into the reacting.
At the beginning, there was nothing. And then, the mysterious creator decided for some odd reason that
I forgot how beautiful this is.
Everything. And immediately after that decision was made, the mysterious creator promptly fell asleep and hasn't bothered waking up since. And so,
Whoa.
everything came to be.
I'm
Very
having chills
suddenly, in
once
fact,
again.
A million worlds were forged in the blink of an eye, and a million stars that would bring light at last to the endless empty. And then came bountiful life, and with time came the inevitable decay.
So far, this video is basically retelling how God made the earth and the world and everything in it, but retold to fit into this universe. And there is no God. The thing is just called the Creator.
For the creator thought it was a grand idea to provide for their newly created mortals free will. And so, their creation started using said free will to murder each other, as mortals often do.
Yep,
And
that makes sense.
one by one, the worlds fell to their own stupidity. And it was from within the cracks of creation, amid the cosmic dust of those broken worlds with their dying stars,
Ooh, that's
that an
Yanis.
ancient, unspeakable horror
Lon Yanis.
thunders. But that's not what this story is about.
No, indeed, this is not what the story is about. If you want to see more about what Yanis did to the world, you have to check out my reaction to Yanis' lore video. There is a link in the description or a card somewhere up here.
This story concerns something far stranger. For shortly before the creator fell into its eternal slumber, its first creations came into being.
Mousy!
And it was among those that she awoke, a formless celestial, amid but a few thousand of her kind, to witness the creation of the universe.
She's so beautiful in her
Or
in an angel form.
Ironmouse.
I'm sorry, it's just so beautiful. I couldn't even get out my words. This shot is gorgeous. Up the biblically accurate angels again. Okay, let's just examine what's happening here. Not only does this creature have eyes for days, it also has ribbons or rings around it that are just circulating or turning probably with more eyes.
An angel is approaching the gates? Truly? For what purpose? Belzile, come look!
That's Booby. For people that won't see it because he's dressed in all white, that's Booby.
An angel approaches the gates. Will Gabriel burn her, you think?
It does not concern me. Nothing interesting will come of it. You're
Even
wasting
his
your
eye.
energy.
So not only did his entire physique change, his eye color also became more purple. I love how it keeps switching between it. These are cameos. They are not canon. At least that's what Mary said. That the Niji Sanji boys in any of the video, or girls, Nina, they're just cameos, like flavor addings. They're not canon in this universe. I think it has to do with like licensing and rifling companies. I don't know exactly, but I've had several comments and people just messaging me, but what about the Luxian boys that are around in the videos? How do they tie in? They're not part of it. I wish they were, maybe one day, but not right now.
What's up, Gabriel? Any particular reason you're blocking my path?
Only the highest order of angels may pass into the chambers of the Creator. You are the highest order.
Oh my god, that was
I
terrifying.
came to have words with the Creator.
You cannot, as it is not your place to do
Look
so.
at how pretty the angels
The
are.
blinding purity of his radiance and love would blind you and reduce you to atoms.
Even were that so, the Creator granted free will to all. Should I not be free to see him, regardless?
Free will has no place in heaven. You will stay in your place.
I love how this entire thing just fits in with Ironmouse's personality just in general. Like, obviously, a lot of this is story written by a third party, Mary in this case. And obviously, the girls and everyone involved does have a say in the storyline. But it's amazing how Mary just put in their actual personalities in all of this. Because how Mouse is talking, like, she is just a rebellious little gremlin. It fits so perfectly. And maybe that's why she chose to be Satan.
Free will has no place in heaven. You will stay in your place.
And who gave you the right to say what others can and cannot do?
Cease this incessant chatter. Return to your duties or I will make you. My authority is divine.
You say your authority is divine, but none of us other
The
angels have ever
music
seen the Creator
Oh,
with
it's so
their own
good.
eyes.
Careful, Satanael.
See, the
It's
thing is,
so
Gabriel,
good.
I'm not so sure the Creator is even back there.
Did she say
Let's
the
go,
Creator
Mousy.
isn't in the inner chamber?
Nonsense, of course he's there.
Just look at Booby being curious.
Probably was a Creator at one point, sure. But how can we be certain he's still here anyway? None of us regular angels have ever seen any Creator. What if it's just a lie?
Stay your tongue.
I think you made it all up, Gabriel. A lie to keep everyone singing and dancing to your tune. My angelic kindred! What are we all doing here anyway?
It's so
Cooped up in
beautiful,
this
I
eternal
can't.
palace of boredom? Blind faith made manifest in service to a creator we cannot even be certain exists? All an orchestration, a fabrication of the vanity of the seraphim.
Could it be true?
No way.
Gabriel and the seraphim have been lying?
That's impossible.
I said stay your tongue!
Whoa!
You fool! You would threaten our eternal peace by spreading doubt amongst the divine host! We are the stewards of all mortal souls, the upper layer of existence. You would put the universe at stake to satisfy your curiosity!
The voice acting is so good.
I hold less and less
And so is the
interest
soundscape.
in this prison!
Look at that, how
The mortal
powerful
souls
she
you
is.
shepherd have lost all that made them special. Don't you see, Gabriel? Their pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, sloth, they're everything that make life worth living. Your eternal servitude in this blinding monument to boredom strips them of all once. All that makes their existence special.
Satanael, you would have mortals embrace sin.
Don't act like you aren't a sinner yourself.
Let's go, Mousy.
Stop
You're
her! In the name of the Creator,
This whole
stop her!
speech is so good. Oh,
My
these are so
kindred
cool.
angels, do you not wonder yourselves what lies beyond that gate? Do you wish to spend your eternity idling in this wasteland? Or will you join me and see what lies beyond the curtain?
Stop her, damn you!
You will go no further, Satanael.
Cease at once, and you will be shown
It's so
mercy.
terrifying.
The boredom of this sorry excuse for a paradise is no mercy.
We have to seal her off.
What are they doing?
No.
We want to see the Creator as well.
Is it true? Does the Creator not exist? I have to know.
Turn back! Return to your places at once!
It's no use, Samael. The idea has been planted in their heads.
What have you done?
Curiosity is infectious, and even us angels get bored with the monotony of this false paradise.
The action is so good.
Time to see what's beyond those gates.
Damn. I love how she just yeeted a random angel.
Satanael? Let's meet the Creator! If he even exists.
Whatever is beyond this gate, let's find out together.
Now
And
for
at
the
last,
reveal, guys.
Something will finally change about this boring place.
Nazuna. Okay, so this is a great detail. Nazuna is here and she's just panicking. Like, oh no, the gates are opening. But keep in mind, Nazuna is here, right? Let's just keep watching and then we get back to it. Nazuna was here. That's an important detail.
No. This is wrong. That can't be true.
Only feelings remain of what we saw that day.
Oh, yep.
I was there that day. Curiosity had infected me. Like countless of my kindred, as an angel accustomed to the leisure and safety of our paradise, I had never experienced that feeling that gripped me when I looked upon whatever it was. It was pure horror. Was it the Creator themselves? Was it something else? None who looked through those gates on that day remembers, as the mere sight of it burned the memory of that moment from our souls. And then we were falling.
That looks so painful.
Searing pain gripped us as flames engulfed our wings. Horns pierced through our skin. Our own celestial energies ripped from our soul. All as we stared down into the abyss. 1,000 angels burning and falling all around us. There was nothing but screams of pure agony.
I legit have goosebumps. Like,
the bottom of the abyss,
everything about this is perfect. The voice acting, the music, the art.
The pain.
Just look at this. I don't want to interrupt the flow, but just look at the angels lying on the ground. Everything that made them who they were, an angel, a celestial being, it has literally been sucked out of them. Like, even their colors have been desaturated. It's wow.
Fear. None of it was as bad as the despair of knowing we had been banished for eternity. I don't know how long I laid there, but eventually I stood up. And one by one my brethren stood up as well, in defiance. All.
This is another cameo. I'm sorry. My voice just cracked for a second there. But this is another cameo. This is Mori from Hololive. This is not canon in Pishoujo lore or in her lore. It's just flavor. It's really cool though.
Who gazed within the gate that day received the same punishment. Eternal damnation. But the harshest punishment was reserved for the one who opened the gate.
Please. Nothing.
Oh, wait. So something that I've seen theorized before. Mouse had heterochromia. That means that you have different colored eyes in her angel form. At first, we just thought it was a design choice. It was just flavor. So then when watching this video, I realized that there was only one other angel, at least that we know of, that also has heterochromia, and that's Nazuna. And one thing they have in common is that they both have one pink eye. But now Mouse lost her heterochromia. Maybe it is significant? I don't know. Honestly. So the thing I was talking about earlier, Nazuna was also present on the day that people peeped into the chambers of the creator, and everyone that looked into there, everyone lost their memory, lost their wings, lost their status as an angel. They all fell literally to hell to become demons or demon-like creatures. Nazuna didn't though. After this moment in time, after she was watching Mouse and the other angels open up the gates, I don't think there was any other point in the Pishoujo timeline that we actively seen her up until the point that Kason found her without any memory. Like, there was a quick moment that she was in that background shot of some video, but I think that's timeline wise after, because that's when Centrea came back from the future, and I think Kason and Nazuna joining up to join Pishoujo, no, that happened after. Maybe it's just a continuity error, but basically what I'm trying to get at is that Nazuna was present of the day the doors opened. She was looking in the general direction, but she didn't fall. So either she looked away in time, she went away in time. Like, she was looking at it. She was panicking. It's like, I don't exactly know the details of at what point you have looked into the chamber enough to count that you've seen it and to lose your angelic status. No, it doesn't make sense because Booby just said that everyone present fell. I still think the heterochromia has some sort of significance in angel ability or like prophecy or whatever. And in Ironmouse, it manifested as in her being the rebel, the one that changed everyone's mind and decided to take action into her own hands. I mean, for Nazuna, it meant that she was immune to this, or she already knew that the creator either wasn't there, was corrupted, changed. We don't know what they saw. Like, they're deliberately keeping that from us. The way she panicked seems like that she knew what they were gonna see and what would happen to them afterwards. And we still don't know what that big key of hers is and what her role in heaven is and what her powers are. And currently in the timeline, she's just amnesiac. She doesn't remember anything. How it was played out, it seems that she lost her memory right before she was found by Kaison. At least shortly before. Well, this takes place like however long ago. I think at least thousands of years. Because this predates Niana's coming to Earth, and that was like 2,000 or 3,000 years ago. At least. Anyway, let's just keep watching. I'm rambling.
Look this!
An eternity of solitude and boredom.
Eons passed within that box. For the sin of my
This one we saw
curiosity,
in Bobby's
I
video.
would be deprived of all my senses for the rest of eternity. For many years, I screamed and cried in agony, attempting my very best to claw my way out. But the box stripped me of all power, and I could do nothing. Until one day, a demon arrived. But you all know that part already.
The reason she says that we know that part already is because the origins of Booby covered his entire origin story and how after the fall, he became the ruler of hell and sought out a prophecy that he thought it was about himself, and then he ended up saving Ironmouse out of the box. I already reacted to it, so just go to the description down below or to the cards up here somewhere if you're curious to that part, which I imagine you might be. And if you want to do it in chronological order, you might want to do that right now and then come back to this video to watch the rest.
Behold, the queen of all demonkind, mistress of all sin, conqueror of the underworld, Satan!
Did she just copy Booby's
those are
titles?
cool titles, huh, Booby?
How basic. Needs at least 5 more.
That's
But
funny.
ruling 9 circles of eternal punishment was not much.
What is that in the, like, on the right side? I don't know if you can see it, but like here on the right side. These look like weird angel spiders. I don't know. Also, I have to compliment the person that came up with the design of this door and just the creator in general. Like, there's so much detail in it. Like, all these shapes and colors and just disfiguration of all of it. If you had to make a visualization of something you cannot visualize or comprehend, this makes a lot of sense.
I fought against the highest order of angels, gone against God themselves, or whatever it was within that chamber at the center of heaven, precisely to escape this. Eternity is boring, and it was not long until I discovered a way out.
Okay, and we learned in Fruit's lore video that Fruit was the one that taught her the portals to Earth, other realms, etc. They lost that ability and she had to relearn it, and Fruit was the one that taught her that.
A world of chaotic life, of pleasure and pain, of hopes and dreams and nightmares, of endless entertainment and innovations. The material world, Gaia, the Earth itself, with its numerous mortal creatures.
I like how they gave Earth a name based on, like, I think it's Germanic mythology. Maybe it's part of the Bible. I don't know. Because it's always, what I've always seen is they always referred it to Earth. But I like that they actually gave it a name. So you have heaven, hell, Earth. But they probably have different names. So Earth is Gaia. I like that detail.
It was beautiful. Booby had set me free from my eternal punishment. But hell was just a larger box. Never changing. It was just another heaven. And so I left.
Good on you, Mousy. Why do they always teleport in the middle of a street? Is this a probability in modern times? Hello, Booby. The Phil's concert is so funny.
What the fuck?
That reaction never gets old.
Within this ever-changing chaotic realm,
Wait, I need to check something. This is interesting. I noticed there was a poster before, but I never really looked into it. But in this poster, Nazuna and Kason are already part of Fishoujo. So at the time the Phil's concert, Nazuna and Kason are already part of Fishoujo. That kind of answers my question about whether when Centrea came back from the future and we saw Nazuna in the background, she was already on Earth post memory loss. And you also see like the new version of Centrea. Interesting.
What the fuck?
Within this ever-changing, chaotic realm, there was plenty of friends to make, plenty of dreams to achieve.
Hey, your eye color changed again. Now it's purple. So she had purple-pink heterochromia. It was pink when she went in the box. And now it's purple. So depends on how much of her power she has? Maybe I'm reading too much into it.
Nothing ever stayed the same. And finally,
Oh, cute.
I was happy.
That gun run.
Mortal, I demand you bring me to your master, or I shall tear you apart limb from limb.
Excuse me?
Just a fun fact. You can see Mary in the background there. It's just, yeah, this is not my problem. I'm just standing here. I love that. He's the master of cameos. You can find him on several occasions in the Fishoujo Mythos episodes. That's kind of fun. Gunrun is like, yeah, I know exactly what's going on, but I have to keep it cool.
Sir, how may I help you?
Who is this?
This is Gunrun.
I'm sorry. Who? I bid you to take me to your master, not this random nobody human.
Booby?
Mercy.
Booby! Booby!
It's so awesome.
What do you mean your name is Ironmouse?
That's the name I chose.
Your name is Satan.
Not anymore, it isn't.
And what, pray tell me, is the meaning behind this strange name?
I don't know, just an anime character I like.
Huh?
What made you want to come see me in the human world, Booby? I thought you wanted to rule hell.
Well, I mean, I couldn't.
Look at him
possibly
blushing. It's
just,
so cute. Yeah, his eyes are purple now too.
You wanted to see why I wanted to come here, huh? Then I'll show you. You won't regret it.
All right. Show me what's so great about this world.
Look, he likes it. He's a little tsundere prince. Man, I keep saying it, but Mary is goated at writing, and his artists are incredible. And music by Lord Athelstan. I hope they release like an album with all the OST, like to just listen to in full, without the talking and such over it, and all the other sound effects. Zayu, of course. Man. We know better. After the credits, there's always more.
Today was great. Huh?
My queen.
Hello, little Saikuno cat.
I missed you.
My
Little
queen.
Saikuno
Not
cat.
so rough.
It's so cute.
First Booby, and now you? Are all my friends gonna join me in the human world?
I'm sorry to say, this is not a mere social visit, my queen. With yours and Beelzebub's departure, something bad has happened.
Something bad?
Yep.
Pandemonium.
Hello,
The
Curbs.
seats of power for those fallen
Welcome
angels
to the
who
round.
sought to
We
claim
showed
this
you
realm
this.
for themselves. But with that angel queen in her
Just
bed,
look at his design. It's so good. And for a while, I was like, okay, this is just a character voiced by Corpse, and he coincidentally looks like him. But the IMDb credits are saying this character's name is Corpse. So Corpse is canon now with Fishoujo Mythos. I find it really cool because this is just the perfect role for him, honestly.
gone. Who stands left to hold it? This abyss belongs to
Just
death
look at
alone.
that design and that flame
I let you
thing.
here,
It's so good.
so let me return to heaven.
No,
Poor Grey Bureau.
We had a deal.
I I don't make deals.
That sword is also so goated. This is not the best angle for it, but it's so cool.
With angels.
Oh, and the shadow powers. Hey, Snuffy and Haruka. And we have all the Luxian boys. And also I like the detail that when Fox was featured in Heaven, that he was in his, how do you call it, negative color form? White hair with blue accent highlights. And now he is black hair with red accent highlights. A similar transition as what Booby went through from white hair to black. You know, the Luxian boys. They look so cool in this art style, not gonna lie. Fruit.
So, how did turning into a worm go?
Surprisingly smoothly. With the Neko and Yamikon, I can turn into pretty much anything.
Anything?
Yeah, I could turn into a beautiful, massive, voluptuous man with massive man titties who could crush concrete blocks if I wanted to.
That's very specific. I
It's
gotta
so cute.
say, I much prefer this version of you, man. Even if it's a little unpredictable at times.
I'm just being myself.
Well, that's true. Anyway, we should probably
Look at the bystander in the background just being absolutely terrified. That's so funny.
go or we'll be late.
Oh,
Nyan? Natasha! What is this? Looks like somebody left their post. Who are you?
and there we have it.
You. So am I. So am I. And I.
So these three versions of Ironmouse in the background are also like different forms of her. At the time this video released, we didn't have any of them debuted at all. But now we have the front one, obviously, the Demon Queen, Demon Mommy, sorry, and the punk rock version in the right background. Those are now official models of Ironmouse, and I think the other two are also in the making from the sketches and teasers I've seen, but I'm not completely sure.
What? There must always be a Satan. And seeing as you have abandoned your post,
Yeah, sorry for pausing again, but the phrase "there must always be a Satan," knowing that Mary is a World of Warcraft fan, there is a big chance that it's somewhat inspired or subconsciously inspired by "there must always be a Lich King."
There must always be a Lich King.
And with how Ironmouse's post to rule the demons and the undead a little bit is. And there are parallels to that. So that's like a cool little thing that knowing a bit more about the writer just adds to it. Like that always like struck with me, that sentence. Like, oh, that sounds familiar.
I'll be taking over from here.
Yeah, that like I said, that was a lot of lore. There was so not only did we see Ironmouse when she was still in heaven and how she instigated the rebellion, we also saw what happened to the angels, part of that rebellion, trying to see what the creator is up to. And the information that we were given is that something was either horribly wrong or terrifying. So either the creator is not what they've been told, like the good thing, the creator is gone or dead, or something else took its place, or this is being completely corrupted. But we don't know much more about that just yet. I assume that we will learn more about that in the near future. And then we have Ironmouse coming to Earth, which is pretty much in sync with everything that's happening IRL. But then we come to the good stuff. We saw Corpse invading Hell because both the Queen and the former Prince of Hell have left their posts, and he is taking this void of leadership as a chance to take it for himself. And honestly, I was so hyped when I first heard Corpse's voice, and then I saw the design. I was like, hell yeah. Pun not intended, but still funny. But what was also revealed is that Corpse and Gabriel made a deal. What deal? Why did they make a deal? Why did Gabriel even want to entertain the idea of teaming up or making a deal with a demon like him? Like, what happened there? And then in the second post-credit scene, we saw Ironmouse being kidnapped by a alternate dimension future version of herself. So there's a bunch of things I can say about either post-credit scene. So let's start with Demon Queen Ironmouse first. So the first time we saw this version of Ironmouse was in Project Melody's Mel Ray screen short lore video, direct continuation of Centrea's lore. Again, all the videos I will be referencing and I've reacted to it will have a link in the description down below. There we saw that Malware had already eradicated all of humanity, grew bored, and decided to open up a gate to hell. Hell had closed itself off from Earth, so she tried to brute force it open. On opening it, she was met by future Demon Queen Ironmouse and that version of Booby, and in their conversation, they came to a deal. Future Ironmouse would be able to enjoy Earth, her favorite realm, the way she remembered it. In exchange therefore, she would help Malware. We saw that play out in Ode to the Cyber Apocalypse, where future Malware wanted to take over the world, but this time she wanted to keep humanity alive so she could play with them. Because without humans, it wasn't as fun anymore. She did want to lock them into a VR world. I don't know how that was gonna play out, but she was clearly bored. So the moment of her coming to this timeline on Earth is what we just saw. She basically just dumped Malware at wherever Malware wanted to go, and then went to Ironmouse to basically kidnap her. We don't know where, we don't know why, but it seems like that she wants to take reign of all the versions of Earth herself. Like she said, there must always be a Satan. Why not one Satan for all the versions of Earth? She already had all the other versions of Ironmouse, so I don't know what her plan exactly is. The next time we saw her was in Haruka's war video at the very end, also a post-credit scene, where it seemed like our Ironmouse was back in hell, and all the demons were like, oh, the queen is back. Why? She was gone for so long. We already re-elected someone else. And then it wasn't our Ironmouse, it was future Ironmouse shapeshifted as our Ironmouse. Then killed all the demons there for whatever reason. And then just left. And in her leaving, she glitched through more forms of Ironmouse, including, I think, the 3 we just saw. Which at that point made me speculate that maybe future Demon Queen Ironmouse had absorbed all those other versions to become more powerful or to be able to properly replace them. And the very next time that we saw her again was in the trailer for her upcoming lore video, which I assume will be coming soon because they had a full-fledged trailer, to which I already reacted. And it's not even on YouTube, or at least not on any of the official channels, so that's wild to me, honestly. And in there, we see that Booby is going on a quest to defeat future Ironmouse and free our Ironmouse. It's just a 1-minute trailer. The link's in the description. You should just go watch it because I can explain it, but watching it tells a whole story. So yeah, that was a lot of rambling and a lot of information, and I hope that you could still follow it because I'm doing all of this on the top of my head. I don't have notes in front of me. I'm just remembering everything on the spot. And you can probably tell just from my enthusiasm and still my ability to speculate about things, because I've speculated about this video in my head and in notes and in my own written timeline for a long time, ever since the first time I saw it when it just came out. And now just rewatching it, I'm speculating even more. I'm realizing more things. Every rewatch, I'm realizing more things. Every time I watch other videos and come back to it, I realize more things. And that's probably why it's one of my favorite videos, or not, or even the. So maybe that's why it's one of my favorite video, if not the favorite of mine in this entire series, for this reason. I really want to dig more into the eye stuff because it seems like I might be able to find something on Nazuna there. Like, I'm still patiently waiting for anything more on Nazuna. We know nothing. Absolutely nothing. Even in the teasers that Vishojo showed to tease the next phase of Vishojo Mythos and part of announcing Haruka as part of the gang, even in there we learned very little. For what it's worth, I do hope you guys enjoyed watching me ramble all along about this. I'm going to try and timestamp this so people can just skip around because it's probably gonna be a long video. But I'm so excited. There's only one more video left that I haven't reacted to, and that's Nano's her second lore video, The Reckoning. And honestly, that's also another can of worms. All these videos are a different can of worms. They open up so much stuff. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video because I haven't recorded one of these in like a few weeks because I've been sick. So I've been a little bit out of practice. I do these with love and a lot of care. And for those that are interested in the lore and want to hear my perspective on all the things that are happening. Again, all the links in the description down below. There's an entire playlist with all my reactions if you just want to go through them. But that's it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.